Good afternoon and welcome to Look North. First this lunchtime. It was definitely a good night for Grimsby Town fans as their club kept promotion hopes alive in the most dramatic fashion. The Mariners scored an equaliser with the last kick of the game, then beat Notts County with a goal in the last minute of extra time. It's taken them through to the semi-finals of the National League playoffs, and our reporter Philip Norton was there.
I think I just use the word wow. Madness, really. I don't really know what to say.
A night that will live long in the memory for Grimsby Town fans. It looked like they'd be out of the playoffs, but at the very end of the 6th minute of the 6 minutes of added time, this happened.
Left-footed ball from the left side of the penalty area, and it comes crowded in the penalty box. It comes, and then comes the shot. Yes! And Grimsby Town have got a late equalising goal.
Pandemonium. Limbs, as they say in the football world these days.
We spoke about never giving up, and if ever there's a bigger example of it, you know, I haven't seen it.
But it wasn't the only last-minute goal. The Mariners, destined for a penalty shootout, did it again.
Here is the ball into the Notts County box. Waterfall with a header, and it's gone in! And Grimsby Town have seemingly forced the winner! And the promotion dream remains alive.
Never ever known anything like it. I'd gone 6 minutes of injury time. I still haven't got over the equaliser, never mind the winner.
Absolutely fabulous. It was great.
We were the better side all the way through.
I can't feel my legs, it's like insane.
Absolute roller coaster. As games of football go, it was quite a night. And what it means is that Grimsby Town season doesn't end here. On to Wrexham now, and the next playoff on Saturday. Philip Norton, BBC Look North at Meadow Lane in Nottingham.
A former teacher who opened an animal therapy farm near Hornsey says the COVID pandemic took its toll on children. As schools are getting back to normal, young people who've suffered trauma or who have complex needs can now go for support. Jo Makel went to meet them.
Well, just in the last week, GCSEs and A-levels have started. And of course, young people are feeling that exam pressure. And there's been a lot of emphasis in the last 12 months about helping young people cope with catching up academically since the pandemic. But more and more reports are now coming out which look at how their mental health and also their emotional well-being has been affected. And for those that have existing conditions or learning difficulties, how they have worsened. We spoke just a little moment ago to Ruby, who's 14 and who has autism.
I'm bad with changes, so any changes throw me off quite a bit. And then being in environments that are already stressful, it just tips you over the edge. It just pushes you off.
Pandemic obviously made that much harder for her to deal with. The changes to the school routine, that sort of thing, it brought all of it to a crux, really, for her.
Well, this is Goxhill Meadows, which is a farm which runs animal therapy sessions for young people. And with me is Jane Haig, who runs Goxhill. Jane, just tell me, what have you seen the impact of COVID has been on the young people coming to you?
So we've seen children coming with really high levels of anxiety, feeling really disconnected, very isolated, in no position to re-engage with their learning, and they just need something else.
And what's the demand been like since, if you like, we've kind of come out the other side of the pandemic?
Yeah, well, from starting with a few people, we get calls every single day.
Just lastly, I mean, you're a former teacher yourself. Yeah. How do you see, if you like, the next couple of years panning out? What do we need to do to focus on young people and help them?
You know, how our young people are affected now, those young people will become adults in the not too distant future, and it's how this pandemic is going to affect them long term, not just in the now.
Jane, thank you very much for joining us. We'll of course bring you more on this on Look North tonight at 6:30.
A spillage on the roads caused long traffic jams in Grimsby this morning. The A180 was closed in both directions following the incident between the Westgate roundabout and Pyewipe roundabout. Police can't confirm what the spilt liquid was. The road reopened just after 11 o'clock. Meanwhile, emergency work is being carried out on Beverley Road in Hull after the council warned parts are in danger of collapsing. It's on these two gully connections, which are between Trafalgar Street and Leonard Street. The work is expected to last all week and the road will be down to one lane for that time. Now, if you've been hearing more aircraft than normal overhead in Lincolnshire this lunchtime, then this might be why. There's just been a rehearsal for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee flypast. They've been practising over RAF Cranwell ahead of the display, which will take place over Buckingham Palace next Thursday. And you might see them dispersing over northern Lincolnshire and parts of Yorkshire. And aircraft enthusiasts were waiting all morning to see them.
Well, it's so many aircraft together, and I'm not going to get down to London, but you know, it's wonderful to see it, really. You know, just hope that black cloud over there doesn't come in, you know, in the wrong moment.
And of course, Peter Levy will have lots more on that, plus a chance for those of us who missed it to see more of what was happening, and that'll be on Look North tonight at 6:30. Now, have a look at these. There are some really beautiful daffodils. And that's not just my opinion. These flowers, which were grown by Taylor's Bulbs and Spalding, have won a gold medal at the Chelsea Flower Show. It's the 27th year in a row that they've been honoured. Now, this is something really special. A Bridlington musician is working on his third album featuring an instrument he's very keen to show off. And it's one you may not have heard before. Isn't it incredible? It's called a hurdy-gurdy. It's a medieval string instrument. Quentin Budworth is the man who creates the amazing tunes on it, and he is really keen to make sure he keeps the tradition of playing it alive. During lockdown, he and singer Lou Duffy Howard managed to make an album without seeing each other at all.
Yeah, it was literally like, what resources have we got to make music? And how can we do this? How can we work together? And it was like a combination of Zoom, WeTransfer, and just like conversations on the phone. And between the two of us, we managed to make it work.
That sounds incredible, doesn't it? Let's get a look at the forecast for the rest of the day now. Here's Paul Hudson.
Hello, good afternoon. Well, it's bright and breezy out there. We've already got one or two showers breaking out, and that really is the way of it for the rest of this afternoon. Sunny intervals and scattered showers, and you can see the shower clouds are now covering much of East Yorkshire and Lincolnshire. Quite a cool feeling breeze as well. One or two of these showers could be heavy with the risk of thunder, but don't forget there will be some good, drier, brighter spells in between, with temperatures, despite that cool feel, only just below average for the time of the year. 16 Celsius is 61 Fahrenheit. So I think for this evening, any showers will die away. Then it looks set to be a dry night with fairly decent clear periods. Still quite breezy. The cloud tending to increase later in the night. Temperatures around 7 or 8 degrees. So tomorrow then a dry start. Quite a lot of cloud streaming in from the southwest. I think around the middle of the day there might be just a few spots of rain as the weather front pushes away southeastwards, followed by brightening skies with sunshine and again 1 or 2 showers. We'll see top temperatures around 17 or 18, so a little bit warmer feeling out there tomorrow afternoon. Thursday rather cloudy, mostly dry, and then it's dry and bright Friday into the weekend. That's the forecast.
That's all from the lunchtime team for now. Do join Peter Levy. He'll be back here tonight at 6:30. But for now, have a great afternoon.